morning and welcome to the Suburban Outdoorsman. Today we're hunting in Roane County, which is about 20 minutes from my house, just across the county line at my friend George's house. And I'm actually sitting in his shooting house, which is very comfortable, I must say, compared to toting my blind into the woods. The other day I missed a couple of times with my muzzleloader here, and turns out it wasn't anywhere close. I must have knocked the scope or something when I fell a couple of times, but I've got it sort of dialed in now. Hopefully I can make those 100+ yard shots with it now, and we'll just see how it goes this morning. But I mean, I've seen deer every time I've been down here, so I'm going to try to hang as long as I can, but I have to work this morning. So this time of year I do a whole lot of short hunts, not sitting all day hunts. I'll probably save that for rifle season, but just nice to be able to sit in a nice warm spot like this and sit very comfortably. So we'll just see how this morning goes. Just going to describe the terrain. Big ridge, goes all the way up. I don't know if you can see all of it, but deer routinely walk along the top of that. At the bottom here there's a creek, big deadfall tree right there. There's kind of a choke point where all the fields come together. There's also another creek that runs in right there. You can see George's target down there that he shoots from. Up to the right here, it's just north if you're one of those cardinal direction people. A big power line right away, and off to the right, and you can't see it, there's an old pond that has the dam is broken on, and it is full of weeds and stuff. Good cover for deer, but I mean there's really everything right here for them. There's a little bit of food and water and cover, and every time I've seen them, they've been actually up in that power line right away, right there at the top of the hill, and near that power line. That's about 140 yards, which is a chip shot with a firearm, but with a muzzleloader, that's a pretty challenging shot, honestly. So I worked on dialing it in yesterday. At least can hit a pie plate at that range, which should be close enough to hit a deer, but the deer here were very small, so who knows. But I'm actually using a different muzzleloader today. It's a Thompson Center that I bought from my friend Jake, and I've got it. It's used a little lighter bullet, and using it more for long range, where my traditions I'm saving for the subdivision, which I only have to shoot about 40 yards over there. So and it's dialed in at that range, so I really don't have any issues with it. But here it's being dialed in for such a short range. That's the one I was using the other day. It wasn't even close for shooting at a far distance. So we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully some deer will pop out in that right away here when it gets a little lighter, and I'll get a shot. That's kind of been where they've seen them every day, is walking right through there when they come out of their beds. So there must be bedding in these woods that are right here to the right. All those cedar trees and stuff. Looks like good cover for them. Between here and that other power line, there's two little whoop-de-whoop dips in there too. If they were to go through there, I'd never see them, but I'm just hoping that they'll come out in the right away, or come out here in this field or along the ridge to my right, and I'll get a good shot at them. Just saw a buck. Can't tell if I got him or not. That was pretty cool. I hadn't even been to sit here 10 minutes. And 2 does came out, walked up through that draw, and I saw the horns of the buck through the grass. And when he came out to the clearing, I know it's about 114 yards because I've laced it before. Down to his target's about 100, so I should be a hit. But the way I've been shooting lately, who knows? And like I said, the rifle kind of hung fire just for a second. I hope I didn't flinch right when it went off and miss. But I'm going to reload the rifle. We'll go up here on this hill and see if we can find us a dead animal. I'm hoping that guy got a body on him. I mean, I don't know if his horns are all that good, but his body looked pretty stout. So, like I said, I'm going to reload, head up here, and hopefully we got something down on the other side of this little ridge. This Thompson center muzzle loader. I don't quite like it as much because it's a little harder to use than my Traditions. A little bit heavier too. I converted it from using regular caps to using shotgun primers, but I'm just not as enamored with it as I am Traditions, because the Traditions is a little easier to deal with, it's easier to clean. And honestly, I think it's a little more accurate. Can't load any of them fast. I actually thought I saw another deer just then, out of the corner of my eye. And I don't think there's anything that says I can't take it. In the laws. But I'll check before I shoot. Nothing worse than running afoul of TWRA on film. What I don't like about the Thompson Center is you have to have all these little gizmo tools. I don't know if you can see it like this, to put the primer in these little things. It's a pain to reach it. There. Safety on. Let's go see if we got a deer. All right, here's George's Primo shooting house. Just want to show you something here. If you don't believe this is the suburbs, I'm sorry. Right there is Interstate 40, the busiest east-west interstates in the United States. So we're right there. We're like just a few hundred yards outside of Knox County where I live. But this is right on the line. People have moved all the businesses here to avoid all the Knox County property taxes. So to the left of me is this huge industrial park. Right, you can see right here, this is those cedar trees you saw from a distance. Came in, you can see over there where that sign is, saw his horns right there. Came out at the top there. And of course, like I said, there's the power lines where I've been seeing them every day. So I'm gonna keep walking up the hill and see if we can find this deer. Right, this is a creek my friend Dave fell in the other day. We gotta cross it. Scramble up this big hill. This is where I fell about 4 times the other day too. I'm trying to go on up here. I'll turn the camera on for a second. Right, here's where I shot him at, somewhere in here. Got out looking for blood. That's the line that far down. There's the rest of this little valley. Well, I've looked and looked. I see no evidence that I hit him. I'm going to try to figure out how to run it back on this video camera and take a look on there. But I don't see any sign. I mean, I see where he peeled out, but I don't see any blood anywhere. No evidence that I hit him at all. So it may take a few more minutes to look around, maybe more over there in those woods. But I think that I just plain old missed. But still a pretty good sized shot for me. I've never shot him with a muzzleloader that far before. Most of the time it's just a little out of bow range is where I use the muzzleloader. So like I said, I'll keep looking, but I think I missed him.